Hello, this is MUS 101 Introduction to Ukulele, and this is our lesson for our final project. And our final project is to compose a piece on the ukulele using our 4 chords: C, A minor, F major, and G major. We're going to use those 4 chords and compose our pieces that we will put into our notation software, and we'll perform in front of the class at the end of the semester in front of our peers. Learning the basics. In order to compose a successful piece for your final project, you must first secure your knowledge of all basic components of ukulele. So that is including the posture of when we're playing the ukulele, how we're sitting, if we're sitting up straight, where our hands and fingers are while we're playing, where our arms are laying while we're playing, our hand positions, our chord fingerings. If we're fingering something incorrectly, it could interfere with other strings and make our chord sound incorrect. We also want to be very aware of what our chord names are while we're performing, so that we understand the full circle of performing on the ukulele, and as well as note names. When we're performing, we want to make sure that our tuning is correct and that we are in tune with each other. If we're playing a duet or if we're playing by ourselves, we want it to sound relatively close to our tunings. We want to recognize our rhythm symbols for when we're composing, and we also want to have good presentation and good musicality when we're performing our composition in front of our peers. So this is our first chord that we learned. This is our C major chord. So this is how to play the C major chord. Using the most bottom string, place your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret and strum all the strings using the appropriate strumming technique that we've learned in class. The C major chord broken down by strings are G, which is 0 because our finger is not on the string, C, E, and then C again because our finger is now on the 3rd fret. You could see from the image shown below, this is how you should look while performing the C major chord on the ukulele. The next chord that we learned in class is our A minor chord, and it looks like this. How to play the A minor chord: using the top string, so that's the one closest to your face, your head up. Place your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret and strum all of the strings using the appropriate strumming technique. The A minor chord broken down by strings is A2 because we have our finger on the 2nd fret, C open, E open, and A open. That's our A minor chord. The next chord that we learned is our F major chord. It looks like this. How to play the F major chord: so using the 2nd to last string from the bottom, place your 1st finger on the 1st fret, then using the top string, place your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and strum all of the strings using the appropriate strumming technique. So this one is more complicated than the first 2 that we've learned. So the F chord broken down by strings is A2, starting from our top string closest to our face. So A2, C open, F1, and A open. And it's shown on our image below right here is the appropriate fingering technique for our F major chord on ukulele. And that's our F major chord. The next chord that we learned, and last chord, is our G major chord. It's shown. How to play the G major chord. Using your third to bottom string, we're going to place our first finger on the second fret, and then following that we're going to take our second finger and place it underneath our first finger, and we're going to use the most bottom string and place it on our second fret. And then the last finger we're going to use to build this chord is the third finger, and we're going to use the string that should be in the middle of our two fingers that we've already held our chords with, and that is going to be on our third fret. So the G chord broken down by strings is G open, D1, G3, and B2. So some helpful resources to help you solidify what you've learned overall in this class, as well as help you for when you are composing your end of the year pieces, are ukulelechords.com. This website is very helpful. It has all of the chords that we've learned, as well as even more chords. Of course, there's more than 4, but we wanted to start off with our basic 4 chords for composing our compositions. So you can explore that website and find the chords that we've went over in class that we're using for our compositions. The second website that you can use for reference is our own class website, which is introductiontoukulele.weebly.com. And this website, of course, is an extremely helpful website for everyone to use in this class, because it has our lesson plans, it has a full list of our resources, and it also has our final project guidelines and rubric. So some apps that you can use as reference would include Ukulele Companion, Real Ukulele Free, Ukulele Toolkit, which has everything from your tuner to your chords. We have Ukulele Karaoke, or Ukioke, which is an extremely helpful tool for when you're learning how to perform on the ukulele full songs. It gives you a backtrack accompaniment. It also helps for when you're planning on recording in the future, which we're all going to do. We're going to record our pieces, our compositions, after we've composed them and notated them in full. So we could start practicing using the Ukulele Karaoke app. We could also use the app of iUke, as well as Pro Metronome, which I highly encourage you guys to practice using a metronome, especially when you're planning on performing in front of an audience or your peers. It helps to make sure that you're in time, and we always use a metronome in class, so you should carry that over into your homes when you're practicing as well. Another helpful application that you could use is the Ukulele Tuner. Although it is located in our Ukulele Toolkit app, this is specialized for only being a ukulele tuner. So you could tune specifically to what you're playing, or if you just only wanted to tune your ukulele, it's more accessible and a lot more quicker of an app. And our final one is Play the Ukulele, which includes multiple chords and chord help, as well as some questions, frequently asked questions for ukulele performance. So this is our complete Introduction to Ukulele final project lesson, and I highly advise everyone in this class to look over this presentation a few more times before starting their composition, during their composition process. From beginning to start, we should be looking over our course. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you very much.